Hello, this is Tay with Tay Results. Today I am auditing a plumbing business in Knoxville, Tennessee called Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Knoxville. First thing I like to do is actually search their names on Google, see what links or websites pop up. Uh, the reason why I do this is because I want to see if they are competing with any other similar named companies, and this one says it's in Crossville, Tennessee, so I'm not logged into Facebook, but that is interesting. If I want to see where they are actually located, is this Crossville? Is this area called Crossville? Anyways, I will touch on this in a bit, but you would generally like your address, your NAP, to be the same everywhere. But before we get into that, it doesn't seem like any other companies are competing with the same name, so that's good. Another thing I like to do is I like to pretend to be a potential lead searching for their main service in the area they serve in. So I'm going to search here Knoxville, Tennessee. I mean plumbing in Knoxville, Tennessee. See if they pop up, Mr. Ritter Plumbing of Knoxville. And I'm not going to look too far, but I'm going to stop looking. Basically, you want to be, at least top five, most likely top three, because the top three gets more than half of every potential people already searching for the service they provide on Google. The top three gets more than half of all of the prospects. So it's very important that you get your ranking up on Google searches and you get your SEO right. Uh, let's have a look at their GBP profile a bit more. When I look at reviews, I care more so about the velocity and how consistently they've been getting new reviews, and more so than the total review count itself. Just the other day, I was doing another audit for plumbing and a local plumbing business in Powell, Tennessee, and the number one ranked plumbing business only had around 56, I believe, reviews, and the company I was actually auditing had over 800, and they were ranking number three. So they were being outcompeted by a plumbing business, their competitor, who only have 56 reviews. So it's more so of the velocity, the frequency that matters. And they're not doing terrible, but I would really shoot to aim to get at least two or three per week for service businesses such as plumbing. Photo wise, you really want different types of are these stock photos? No, they're not. Okay, so that's great. They got some professional photos here. Different types of diverse photos. Not too many. Now, I always argue that you can geotag these photos. That helps you rank in different areas on Google. I know that is more of a folklore. It is debated on, and that the geotagged location is stripped from Google when you upload these images anyway. So if it did have an effect on the Google rankings, it's very minimal. And while I understand that, I still think if it's a folklore, why not put the effort in and actually do it? It's such a easy thing to do, and if it helps a little, every little thing counts, especially for our highly competitive market like plumbing in a pretty sizable city of Knoxville. I'm going to go to Google Maps now, and what I'm going to do is actually look at their category. Open my GMB here, and I'm going to see how many categories they have set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For categories, I always recommend my clients to have just one, their main service. So for them will be plumber, maybe at max 3. I have seen doing these audits that a lot of companies do have success putting a lot in. However, if your categories are too close to each other, all it does is dilute. your search results and confuse Google algorithms. So really, 90% of the time, I would just put one, maybe two as a secondary category. So if I was Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Knoxville, I would delete all this and just really leave plumber. All these services I'm going to talk about, but there is a space where you can upload your services, which I don't see here, but Google lets you upload 99 services. I always recommend having at least 30, top 20 having descriptions, and that is where you actually capture the long end, the right and tail of these broad search queries. It's not in your categories. So, and speaking of which, your GBP, you want to complete and answer all the tedious questions Google asks you as much as possible, as much as humanly possible. It just increases your trustworthiness in the eyes of Google. So, and another important thing is to have a booking link on your GBP and a Q&A, like a FAQ entries. But I don't see that for Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Knoxville. So that's another easy win they could do. They could add a booking link, make it easy. Oh no, they do have a booking link. Sorry, I stand corrected. But they got two. I want to see Mr. Rooter of Knoxville. So they have two different services they use for their landing page when it comes to the booking links. Okay, I don't know if they did this because they were running different campaigns, ad campaigns, or they were doing A/B tests to see which landing page converted better. But if I were them, I would condense this to one. And again, add a Q&A section to answer a lot of potential clients' questions before they even contact you. Let's have a closer. I'm going to have a closer look at the website for them. So first thing first, the title tag, Knoxville Plumbers, Knoxville Plumbing Services. Yep, won't change a thing. Now, sure, you will hear online that the word limit of these titles is like 50 to 60, and Google, you hear things like that. Google won't even, read anything beyond that. I don't know. I think you can add, you can fill that, word limit up. There is a debate there too, but I always found out that, that the longer title tags worked for my clients. And that is what I advocate for. For Mr. Rooter Plumbing Services, I wouldn't change a thing here. I think their title tag is fine. It's not confusing. They got their location and their main keyword, their service in here, and their name. So I wouldn't change anything. Looking at their H1 tag, your local Knoxville plumbers, sure. Only thing I'll do is put their name up top in the actual H1 tag itself. Do they have to? I would argue yes. It will help in your Google rankings. But at the very front of their page, they do have their keyword and their city, which is the main thing to involve. So so far that is fine. Next thing is NAP. So you want basically in your entire online presence, you want to have your name, address, and phone number to be the exact same. Because if you like for instance, if your address on your GBP is Center Park Drive, you want Center Park Drive and spelled DR, you want that to be the exact same everywhere. So on your website, you want, if they have their address here, see like right here, you want to change this. This is a very easy win. It will boost your rankings up. Currently it is impacting your backlinking and the Google algorithms a little bit. something as simple as this, change the address in your footer in your website from drive to dr so it matches your gbp, and make sure that is done on your Facebook and your entire online presence. uh, let me see. And the reason why you want your NAP to be consistent is because Google treats consistency as a trust signal. And if your name, address, and phone number don't match up exactly everywhere you're listed, your website, Google, Yelp, Facebook, Apple Maps, Google is not sure which version is correct, and that uncertainty can cost you rankings. So the fix is simple, but it needs to be done everywhere, not just one place. It needs to be done. Uh, Let me have a look now. And another very simple thing is to actually hard code your Google Maps and your location into your website itself. I'm going to look at if how many sites they have indexed. Oh, that is not what I want to do. Go to their main page, do that. Alright, so they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They got plenty. So this is basically your like your content opportunities, and to capture more search queries. Like right now, if somebody were to go and search water heater repair and replacement in Knoxville, Mr. Rooter, the company, will have a dedicated page to try to compete and capture that search query. So I recommend having at least 30 of these, 30 index pages, different types of services you provide or area specific pages, but nothing to change here. I do think they have enough. Speed. Now, speed is important because it is one of the few things Google actually said in their documents directly influence the rankings. So this, wow, their page has changed from yesterday, but normally what I want to see is a score. It usually showed a score of like 0 to 100, and normally what I want to see is 70 and above. And while the page changed a bit, I do think they have no problems. Everything is in the green. It seems fast. Yeah, 1.2 seconds, 105. Yeah. So their website coding in the back end is actually just fine. I do think they might have hired a professional web developer to create their website for them, and I don't see an issue when it comes to speed. And obviously, probably HTTPS. Yes, they do have the SSL certificate. Another thing I want to check is if they have a schema. And so what a schema is basically is, say there's no local business schema on the website. Schema is a structured data. It's a way of packaging your business information so Google can read it instantly without any sort of guess. Again, it ties in with uncertainty. Your name, address, phone number, hours, services, all confirmed in a format Google prefers. Adding this doesn't take long, and it removes any ambiguity of who you are and where you operate for Google. And it seems here they have it. Yes, so they got the schema, no problem there. Let's move on. Now, if they were my client, and if I was doing an extensive audit for them, I would do a more in-depth citations citation audit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the directories they are linked in. So where growth cycles, I did see the big names already. Home Advisor, Mr. Rooter, sure. I'm gonna guess they can probably improve their citation game a little bit. Although I did see pretty high authority directories that were linked already. And basically, what citation citations do is when Google sees your business information confirmed across multiple trusted platforms, it builds confidence that your listing is legitimate. The more consistent, high quality citations you have, the stronger that trust signal becomes. So I these usually come in week 6 for me with my clients. There's entire I built these citations. I have a list of 30 high ranking, high authority directories I link my clients for. And but for now, this wouldn't be the highest priority if I was the owner of Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Knoxville. The NAP, however, immediate, super easy fix, but high impact. I would fix that right away. So yeah, if you are the business owner of Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Knoxville and you want me to have a look at these issues, or you want a more in-depth audit and help you rank higher in Google, then you can reach out to me directly, and I will have no issues helping you out.